you clicked this video by accident or this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. And if you're returning, it is great to see you again. Today I'm going to be opening up my second Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box from the Temporal Forces set of Scarlet and Violet block. And that is featuring Walking Wake. This is a beautiful box, and the promo looks to be Fluttermane. And these Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes come with some extra packs, maybe slightly different designs on the dividers and sleeves. And then also they have the Pokemon Center Stamp promo, which before they were going for a lot of money, and now I think they've kind of reduced in price, which is kind of nice. So let's, I paid $59.99 United States dollars for this, and I got 2 of these and 2 of the iron leaves, so 1 of each to keep sealed. So let's open this up. So I've gone through the majority of the contents in the other Elite Trainer box. These are all just going to be slightly different design with Walking Wake. My chase cards are definitely going to be the, I guess, the legendary beasts in their ancient forms. Any of those special illustration rares are probably my chase cards. But we have the block of energy, the sleeves, which they're a nice purple color. I actually like that color a lot. And we'll do the packs really quick. So you got 5. Oh wait, do these come with 11? Yeah, okay, 11. That's cool since the normal ones come with 10. Here's a code for the people. Enjoy that code. Let me know if you redeem it, because I have not played the trading card game live in a long time. And then we have this die, which this isn't unique, but I do like the coin flip die. That was pretty nice. And the same old status condition markers for burn and poison. And we do have the promos. Let me grab some scissors. Okay, I had a mini freak out because I was looking here for the stamp and I didn't see it on either one. And I was like, are you kidding me? They gave me 2 regular promos, but the stamp is at the bottom. So that's cool, I guess. But one of these, the regular one, will serve as my binder copy, which is wonderful. And then the other one will serve as, I guess, eventually I want to get all the Pokemon Center stamp promos graded, just because I don't need an extra, but they're slightly different, so not bad overall. Midnight Fluttering, as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's active Pokemon has no abilities except for Midnight Fluttering. Interesting. And then that Hex Hurl, 90, and then 2 damage counters on your Pokemon's bench, which is kind of nice. And then we do have the Pokemon Center stamped one. I guess I'll put a flash of price down below if it's greater than $1, which I imagine it is. But you never know. That is a nice card. Definitely off-centered, but hey, I love me some ancient Pokemon, and that is a really cool artwork for Fluttermane, just kind of floating in the background. And are there any other Pokemon featured? No, it just looks like a wasteland, volcano erupting or something. Just ancient times, and that Fluttermane floating along. All right, so now I have both the cards. I have a ton of talking points today. I'm going to mainly focus on the cards, and then at the end, I'll probably do a little bit of card organization. I know once I hit about the 20-minute mark is when I'll stop, so I'll get through as many talking points as I can. But please let me know how you guys have been. It's actually been a while since I've done a video where I actually have been talking to you all, so I hope to at least talk to you guys a little. Oh my gosh, the Meditite Training on the Rain, that's actually sick artwork. Turtonator, definitely seen that art style before. Hoot Hoot, Colossal, Gatling Tar, that's such a cool boxed order. Search your deck with 2 item cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Your turn ends. Oh man, love that Screamtail artwork. Got the reverse rare Drampa, Carvana, and the Whimsicott Hollow to start off this opening. So I hope I can get, let's go for 3 hits, double rare or higher. Once again, any special illustration rares would be awesome of the Ancient Trio. But let me know how your pulls have been, if you've been opening anything lately or just getting singles. I did put in my order for the premium tournament collection boxes of Iono. I got 2 off of eBay for $40 each. Full Metal Lab, that's cool. Bramblin, Rabska, and Melmetal. So Rabska has the abilities of Manaphy and Jirachi, I believe. Yeah, so that's cool. And we have the Melmetal, which I definitely haven't pulled that before. 5 energies, my goodness. That's a lot. So there have been 2 recent championships, at least that have come across my feed. I'm not subscribed to any of these channels, but I know there's the Vancouver Regionals, which had Snorlax Stall versus Miraidon. So if you haven't seen those matches on the trading card game, oh, Heatmore has a cool artwork. I would check that out. And then actually this past weekend, there was the European International Championships, which featured Charizard versus Giratina, which was awesome. So Rescue Board is good for retreating, and this Explorer Guidance is really good within those ancient decks, especially if you're trying to fund that attack that based on how many ancient cards you have in the discard pile. And that is just the regular hollow Fluttermane, which we have a promo of. So those are both really good matches. The The European International Championship had Tord Redcliffe in the finals, so I know he's a pretty famous player, and he's like one of the best, if not the best in the world at the moment in the Masters division. So it was a pretty good match, just seeing Charizard and Giratina. I think everyone was hoping for other decks to kind of flourish, but of course Charizard has been really strong for a long time lately, and Giratina stayed strong. So Future Booster Energy Capsule is nice. Got the Hand Trimmer, can be good for those stall decks. And then Miraidon with that Peak Acceleration is an amazing attack. Really good, because then it's only a one prizer, because it kind of reminds me of what Arceus V does, but it's only a one prizer, and you can also power it up with a bunch of Iron Crown EXs, I want to say, on the bench, and then you can end up doing a lot of damage and also accelerating energy on your first turn, which is really cool. I mean, follow-up turns as well. Have that nice Rapidash and Boltund, the Mudsdale. Iron Jugulus, is that a reverse? Oh yeah, that's clean. That's like a mirror. Oh! Oh my gosh. So, oh, and the Relicanth is cool, being able to use previous evolution attacks or previous stage attacks. So this Ghastly is one of those ones that I think people are pumping like crazy. I mean, it does have Meowth, Gengars, Haunters, just all going down the street, which is really cool. But I've seen a few, I haven't watched the videos, but I've seen a few thumbnails with this card being featured saying like, oh, is this the next big whatever? So it's kind of cool to have pulled this, because I eventually will want to complete this set. And if this card stays up, like a Magikarp, or I'm trying to think of any other ones in recent that have been kind of similar to that. I know Magikarp was one that was pumped a lot because of Evolve, which I think in the long run, all these cards will kind of come down because there are a lot of them. So, I mean, you can get them while they're hyped, or they'll just keep going up depending on how people do it. This one protects against Roaring Moon EX. So I'm having to dig into my knowledge. We got the Sandy Shocks. I love these reverse holo ancient cards. They just look so nice. And then we go right into the ancient Koraidon. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Primordial Beatdown. This attack does 30 damage for each of your ancient Pokemon in play. Okay, no. It's the regular Roaring Moon's attack that has... Its attack boosts based on how many ancient cards you have in the discard pile. So if you use Explorer's Guidance, you look at a bunch of cards, grab the best two, and the rest of them in the discard pile. Kind of similar concept to Chorus's Experiment, but they don't go to the Lost Zone. They just go to your discard pile. So, yeah. Let's see if we get anything. We have one hit. I would hope for at least a couple more. Cyphermanix Code Breaking, Sawsbuck with the Changing Seasons. And we have a Reverse Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. That's nice. Hey, Scizor EX. Did I already pull that? I almost feel like I already pulled that before, but still a nice card. Scizor looks epic as ever. That big meaty claw never gets old in my book. So I guess that's technically 2 pulls. And we have 4 packs left. Hopefully we can get one more. So I'm trying to eventually try, because Cheesecake Factory is the closest restaurant to where I live, and I'm trying to try every cheesecake there, and I've only gone down 2 on the list. Hey, we have the Great Tusk reverse. That's really cool. I love getting all those reverses. Zeraora breakdancing in a city. That is super cool. Got Iron Valiant and that. So I tried the original cheesecake, which is delicious, and then there's strawberry cheesecake, which is like the original cheesecake with fresh strawberries on top, so even better. So 2 down. I've also had the Oreo cheesecake, of course, because, you know, I'm an Oreo connoisseur, but I'll probably eventually have that one again when I get to it. But there's a lot of things of cheesecake, and they all... Why do I like this Ekans? It almost gives me Mario Brothers vibes. Wow. Oh, and this Turtwig by Okacheke. That is so nice. Pheasant, Scentiscorch. Okay, sorry, a lot of these artworks I haven't seen before. First, hey, Buddy Poffin, really good. Not quite as good as Battle VIP Pass because it can't bring in rule box Pokemon, but it's still really solid for the Charizard decks and all of that stuff. But I know there was like a trend a while ago about Cheesecake Factory not being a good first date location, and I don't know. I think it was just a skit and a joke, but a lot of people took it seriously. Cheesecake Factory would be an amazing first date location. Granted, is it a little expensive? Yes. But they have so many options, and they have cheesecake. I have a massive sweet tooth, so I could never really complain about that. Let me know if you would be turned off for cheesecake being the first date location. I would be very excited for that. Miraidon, Pheasant, Bramble Gas, that Resilient Soul. Saw, I think, was it, oh my gosh, Tricky Jim played a deck where Bramble Gas had like 350 or 450 HP with the Hero's Cape on, so... Or whatever the A-Spec card is. Dang, I want to pull an A-Spec. Hopefully I can get at least one pull out of this pack to show something, you know? Ooh, Arbok. Minato. Oh my gosh. Why does that Arbok look so cool? Looks like the watercolors. on the C dot. Eri, I think Eri has a decent full art in this set. Boxed order. Tranquil Kobayashi. Oh my goodness gracious. Full Metal Lab and the Iron Thorns, which is a promo in the other Elite Trainer box. So dang, only 2 hits. But we have this Ghastly. I'm curious at what the price is. I never even looked up what the price was, so it could be something like 10 bucks, or it could be 50 because people love getting hyped over random illustration rares. So that concludes this opening. What I'm going to do, I'm going to clean all this up, and then I'm just going to slowly start organizing these cards as I go to my talking points. And once I hit a certain length of the video, I'm going to stop it, because once it gets too long, I'm not able to export the videos because they're too fat. So yeah, let me clean this up really quick. Okay, so now we will start with more foods that I've had recently. So the Pizookie at BJ's. I don't know if you've ever been to the restaurant BJ's. It's a really nice restaurant. I know the name itself can be like, oh, why would you ever call a restaurant that? But it's actually really good. I highly recommend. They have some good options, good drinks if you're into that type of thing. And their Pizookies are really good. The last time we went, we got a cinnamon roll Pizookie because Mystery really likes cinnamon rolls. But it wasn't really a Pizookie because it was just a cinnamon roll. Of course, it was still delicious because it's a cinnamon roll, but I don't know. When I think Pizookie, I think big chocolate chip cookie in one of the, you know, those pans, and then you got the ice cream melting on top. Like, that's what I imagine. This one was slightly different from that. There was still ice cream and everything, but yeah. I'm glad there's more dragon Pokemon. I love dragon Pokemon. So Spy Family, I have completely caught up and finished. I think there's Season 1 and Season 2, I think combined, it's like a total of 37 episodes. I'm fully caught up. Love the show overall. I think I would rate it... I'll have pulled up my spreadsheet, but I think overall I give it an 8 out of 10. It is a really funny show. The second opening of the first season is such a banger. Normally, I'll listen to the opening like once or twice, or if it's the final episode of the season, you know, I'll listen to the opening one more time. I listen to that opening every single time. The animation, the music is so good. And then the show overall is just really funny. It's one of the funniest anime that I've watched in a while. I like the second season showing a little bit more of Yor, but I do really like the dad, Lloyd, and Anya. They're probably my favorite characters in the show. And of course, I love Bond as well. They're just a really hilarious family. I can't wait for the story to keep developing. And I'm excited for whenever it comes back, you know, if it comes back. I do have it on my list. I'll probably show an updated list as well on that. Speaking of which, did finish Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling did finish up with 12 episodes, which was kind of tragic because it was getting so good. And the way, if you have watched Solo Leveling and you saw the season finale of Season 1, you know what I'm talking about. How like, oh, this is just the beginning. This is going to get amazing. I am so hyped. They had a little mini trailer already for Season 2, so it's definitely in the works. So hopefully we don't have to wait like 2 years. Hopefully just like a year and a half maybe. But super excited. I think I might be getting the book or the manhwa or whatever you want to call it for Solo Leveling, just to start reading that, because it's one of my favorites. Season 1, I know you guys are going to be like, oh, it's just recency bias, or it's just everything I could want in a show. It's in this show. You know, great fighting, great main character, great animation. And I mean, is the story like mind-bending? No, but sometimes it doesn't always have to be mind-bending to be enjoyable. So I do give Solo Leveling Season 1 a 10 out of 10, which I can't remember off the top of my head other shows that I've given 10 out of 10. Definitely Attack on Titan, potentially Steins Gate, potentially Hunter x Hunter, just like my top 3. But Solo Leveling was, oh my gosh, it was out of this world. I loved every second of it. I know they had a recap episode because I think the voice actor's voice, or they got COVID or something like that, so they can't speak. And a lot of people were frustrated with that, but I mean, it's whatever. I enjoyed it. Seriously, if you haven't watched Solo Leveling, why haven't you? And if you have, you know, let me know what you thought, because it was really good. No spoilers, though, if you've read ahead, though. No spoilers, please. All right, got that stat good. I think this was either a weekend ago or 2 weekends ago. I did have some brunch with some friends of Mystery. So I don't know if you've ever heard of Hot Girl Walks, and basically it's where usually it's a bunch of women that get together and they just go for a walk together. I live in the LA area, so I guess they're pretty common. And she went and she met a friend. She's from the UK, and so we went out with her and her husband to a brunch spot. You might have heard of it if you live in the area, or you've been to the west side of Hollywood, or, you know, Marina del Rey, Venice, Santa Monica. But it's called Great White. It's actually pretty good for a brunch spot. We've had dinner there before, and the dinner was kind of meh, but brunch is really good. It was nice meeting new friends and everything. They're a little bit older than us, but, you know, once you get to a certain age, like, you just make friends with who you can make friends with. Obviously, I have my friends at work and everything. I wish I think I have neighbors that are around our age that I feel like if I run into them, I want to. Ran into them one time in the elevator, and if I would have known they were our neighbors, I would have said something, but I didn't realize until afterwards. So I'm like kind of disappointed in myself for not initiating something there, because I mean, it's just nice to have friends, people to go out with. And like if something random comes up, if you can go talk to your neighbor, like that's always useful. I did get a Herschel bag, so I'll probably end up doing a review video of this soon, but just kind of wanted to show it off. I had this like big bulky backpack for work every day, and I was realizing like it was a lot of extra space for kind of nothing. So I love Herschel bags. I had one Herschel backpack back in the day. Some people say, you know, like the brand, or it's just like slightly overhyped, but I just always have liked the simplicity, the simple look of it and everything. And I got it's my first time getting like a laptop bag. So it's kind of nice, and it's like my favorite color as well. So I'm enjoying it so far. I'll probably do a review of it soon. I just think an office job going into the office and back every single day, it's like the perfect size. They tried to sell me on like a bigger suitcase size, which it doubles as a suitcase and like a laptop bag. And I was like, oh man, I ended up getting that and walking away, and then later being like, seeing myself in the mirror at like other stores and be like, this is way too big. And so I went back and got the one that I originally wanted. So, you know, even if you somehow make a mistake, don't be afraid to go back on it, just because, you know, it's embarrassing. They were really cool about it and everything. I got my credit back and all of that stuff. So overall, excited. I've used the bag for I think 1 or 2 weeks now, and I'm very pleased with it so far. I will do a review video on it soon, and I did have one other Herschel bag way back in the day, but that's one of my really old school videos if you want to see some me during my really embarrassing times. So now I have to stack all these so I can organize them again properly. So the most recent Avatar: The Last Airbender episode that I watched was the Spirit Away episode, which some of it came from the cartoon, and then some of it wasn't. I think they took a little bit of creative freedom on this one, and I hate to say it, but it was probably my least favorite episode so far. I think it was Dragon or... Yeah, okay, I was right. It was probably my least favorite episode so far. It was episode 5, so I only have, I think, 3 more episodes left of the season, and I'll be finished with the live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix. Yeah, we watch 1 episode a week. We watch Gilmore Girls and Avatar: The Last Airbender once a week, so... we did get a shoe rack. So we have a bunch of shoes, and I have like my daily beater shoes that I should probably start getting rid of, because now I have like 3 lined up, and I usually only get a new one when I need a new one. And we needed a shoe rack to kind of organize the shoes, because they were just kind of all over the place. And sorry if you hear the cat in the background, but we got one of those. I think it was off of Amazon, and it was an easy build. So if you ever need a shoe rack, they can be quite useful. And we do have a bunch of shoes hanging from our doors as well. We both went through sneakerhead phases in our lives, so we do have a lot of leftover shoes. I have reduced my collection significantly if you go to some of my older videos. I'll probably do an updated shoe collection video at some point, because shoes are still a low-key passion of mine. As you can tell, I have a collector's trend with a lot of different things. For work, for work this week, we had Olive Garden. That was catered. Let me know if you like Olive Garden. Do you go there often? Have you not been there in years? Do you like their unlimited breadsticks? Tell me what's up. I mean, it's not bad. Is it my favorite? Like, am I ever going out of my way for it? No, but I mean, it's not bad. It's solid. I think I went to it a lot more growing up. Now as an adult, I don't go to it as often, but you know, it's something there. And if people are saying, let's go to Olive Garden, I'm not going to say no, I guess. And then later that week, we had kind of a celebration at the work site. And so we did barbecue on the actual site, which was really good. It's barbecue that we've had before. So, you know, ribs, brisket, you know, barbecue chicken, all the good stuff, potato salad, all of that. I don't think I even got pictures of my plate, which I'm sorry about. I let you guys down. I should have gotten pictures of my plate. That's a little bit embarrassing on my part, but it was great barbecue. It was actually really sunny that day, so I kind of got sunburn on my forearms, which I'm excited for the weather to start heating up again. So also went to a manufacturer site. So it was all the way in, was it Ventura or... No, it wasn't Ventura. It was far out east. It was like 1 hour and 15 east of where I'm at. So that was fun to kind of see some of the construction of some of the parts that come to our project. So it was kind of cool to see that in person and everything like that. So I didn't really have to go, but it was still kind of a cool experience to see that part of the process. It was just a long drive, but I think I get to claim my miles, so that's kind of exciting. And it's about getting to that time, so I will finish up with my last point. And the new anime that I've started watching is Bocchi the Rock, which it's really wholesome. It's about a girl that has a ton of social anxiety, learns to play an instrument, and then joins a band and all that. So really wholesome. This one actually makes me laugh a lot too. So it's kind of nice to have a change of pace of shows that aren't, super intense and all of that. But speaking of kind of super intense, My Hero Academia Season 7 did start up. The new episodes don't start coming out till May the 4th. But in the meantime, they're going to be doing like recap episodes of everything that's happened to this point. So I saw it pop up on Crunchyroll. I'm like, what is this? This is too early. And then I saw it was kind of like a recap episode. But I was getting emotional again. I got teary-eyed when he was fighting Muscular. It was crazy. It was bringing me back, even though I like binged watched the entire show like in a few months. So yeah, excited for My Hero Academia to come back. Started Bocchi the Rock. I think I showed my list earlier, but I'll show my list of anime that I have ongoing. And you'll see like a good chunk in the middle. Those are all the ones that have stopped, but I know that they'll continue. The one at the very top are the ones that I'm actively watching. So I wasn't able to get to all of my talking points, but I'll talk about those in the future. And that's all I have for this video. Please let me know what you thought. It can be on anything I talked about, Pokemon related, video game, nerdy related. And yeah, that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.